everybody. How's everyone doing? All right, I'm Stuart Beaton, the executive producer of BRTV. I'm so happy. This is a much better showing than last semester. I'm so happy about this. So we're going to run down what our show is, what shows we offer, and the potential you have for if you want to make your own show, we can slot it in, we can add something new. It's totally free-flowing. We're an entirely student-run organization, so we're basically open to anything. So Lane is our, oh my gosh, I feel production manager. That is bad. I've been doing this for a semester. I should know that. She's our production manager. I'm just going to intro all of our officers as a little cliff note. She's our production manager. She's going to be the person, if you end up joining up with us, she'll be giving you weekly emails. She'll be updating you on when shows are happening, if something happens, like scheduling. Monday, Wednesday, Fridays are shows right now, but if something happens, she'll be the first to let you know. And she and myself and your producers will be the first to let you know if your dues are still pending. So we do have a $15 due when you join up. That's mandatory for everybody, myself included. That's just to run. That's like a basic operations cost. But we will be the first to scratch at your backs for that money. Where is Troy? Troy is back with Disguise. He's the one who's going to be running the LED wall. That's more than I got. So he is our content manager. So if you did end up wanting to concept your own show, he'd be the first person you ask. He's basically going to screen out anything that's either like not feasible in this studio or I don't want to be mean, but isn't like a great idea. But we're open to a lot. I'm fine with putting 3 more shows on 5 more or just keeping the 3 we have right now. It's totally fine with me. I think Matthew is the one who should have been greeting you out there. He is our equipment checkout manager. So he's in charge of everything from cams to mics, anything that comes out of the BRTV closet, our microphones. He'll be the first to have you sign in, sign out stuff. That's entirely run by him. Christian is our EIC, engineer in charge. So
He will be doing the hard work for you guys. Let's go. Round of applause. Let's go.
So Christian is basically on call for any problems you guys have throughout the shows. If a cam's not working, if cable's messed up, if there's just something wrong, he's going to be the first person you contact. All of our contact information is going to be sent out within the first few weeks, so don't even worry about that. And then we have Ava. Ava, she is getting stuff for our social media page right now. Ava is our social media manager, so any post you see, all of our content that goes on Instagram, goes onto YouTube, that's operated by her and managed by her. So now I'm going to break into what type of positions are available throughout all of our shows. So producers will be the first to know what's available or not, but I'm just going to tell you what potentially you could do, because obviously most people aren't going to just hop on a show and become a director, a producer, like any content-driven frontline kind of position. It's very unlikely. It has happened in the past, but it's not like, don't feel bad if you don't get to direct the first semester you're on. Don't feel bad. I was doing stage managing for my first semester of sports ball, and so like, do not feel bad whatever position you get put on. We all take a couple semesters before we can get like graphics or audio, but some of those positions are open in some of the shows. So don't fully like lock out any of those intermediate to advanced positions. Keep an open mind. And be aware of where you want to go positions-wise. So I'm just going to go from the ground up on what we can do. Obviously, you see the cameras in here. We have 1 recording to go to YouTube, and then we have 3 others. We have a jib and 3 stick cameras. So, and I believe all 3 of our shows, that's my bad. All of our shows use all 4 cameras. So there's usually 4 camera positions open for each show, and a floor manager. So your floor manager is somebody who's going to be staying in the studio. They're giving audio cues to the talent that are on stage. So for Sports Ballin', you have three guys behind a desk, and they talk about sports. Pretty simple. For the Wave, you've got hosts, and you've got musicians that would come up, and they'd go through an interview, and they even have live performances. Your floor manager is basically this middle ground between the people in the room, so cameras and talent, and between the producer. You're this link between what's happening in here and what's happening in the control room. What other positions in here? I guess we have lighting back here. So lighting, we don't have them on right now, but this room is fully equipped with moving lights. So you've got any color you want, any pattern. You can run through moving lights going across this whole room. I think the Wave they cue their music with moving lights. So for the Wave, they do music performances. When their performances are on the stage, they actually have musical cues for the lights to go in sync with the show. And it's all run off of GrandMA, which is like an industry standard. I'm bewildered by it. I've barely touched it.
If you have a question, maybe ask Kevin Quinn, the lighting guy for the Wave. He's the GOAT. Everyone clap for Kevin.
He's back there. Where is Kevin? Oh, there he is. Hi, Kevin. Do we have... Oh, prompter. There's a prompter behind the stage. It's kind of hidden in its own little cave over here. The Wave uses a prompter. All 3 shows. Every show uses a prompter, and it is most likely going to be an open position for everyone coming in today. So prompter's most likely going to be open on some shows. Cams, we definitely have cams. I think we have cam openings on every show as well. Cam openings, I'm not sure about lighting. I need to double check that. We might have a lighting opening. And floor manager, I also think we might have openings on some of the shows, but I need to double check. So that's everyone in this room. And then we have talent. Talent, that one is usually like direct between the producer, as far as like hiring. So the producer's got like a person in mind or someone who's really passionate about being in front of the camera as opposed to behind it. If you're interested in that, please let us know. I believe we have a couple openings for Sports Ballin'. And If You Know, You Know. We're actually needing a main host for If You Know, You Know, the game show, but I'll let their producers talk a little bit more about that in a minute. So out of this room, other positions you can do once you're in the control room, you've got your director, your producer, your graphics, your audio, A1, yes, tape, shading, replay. They're all... It's tape. Sorry. I'm in sports mode right now. Tape. So you've got playback, which is the tape room. So you're in charge of recording things. You'll play back video. So for Sports Ball, we show highlights of games that the guys are going to be talking about. We for the Wave, sometimes we show packages before an interview happens. For If You Know, I don't believe If You Know uses. You have somebody recording, so there's somebody there. For shading, obviously we had somebody shade this camera. That's just to make sure that we don't look bright green. You're making sure everything in the room is real colors, not like bright reds, bright greens. That is a well-paying job in the industry. If you have a good eye for color, I would not hesitate on just hopping on that and learning everything about it, because if I'm going to be perfectly honest, it's something that's entirely neglected. You usually have a couple, and I've been to some gigs where it's just one old guy who's been there for 60 years, and he's going to be doing lighting till the day he dies. Those guys are lifetime careers, and I'm not going to bash it or anything. It's a life. Okay, I know you're just giggling. Okay. So for TD is also in the control room. You're going to be switching between cameras. So when your director's calling for something, ready cam 1, ready cam 2, take 3, take 4. Your TD is executing everything the director says. And your director is the one calling all the shots, coming out of breaks, getting out of breaks, bringing up graphics, cutting around. They're entirely operating the visual side of the show, and the producer's coaching them, hey, we've got 5 minutes left. We've got 3 minutes left. Your producer's keeping time on everything, and your graphics operator is putting up keys, putting up lower thirds, putting up some sort of graphical elements in front of your talent, or honestly, anything you guys can think of for graphics, you put it up. You got a slab, you got a lower third. It's really up to you and your producer. A1 and A2. So your A1 is your person who's mixing this whole show. So there's a CalRec back there. It's got, does anyone who's done A1, Justin might know, do we know how many channels it has? 24? I think it's more. It's a lot. CalRecs, you'll see a lot. We use a CalRec for our ESPN Plus games, for the sports games. It's a brand you're going to see a lot in the industry. And honestly, the concept behind mixing is pretty universal. I would not hesitate on also hopping on audio. Audio, lighting, and graphics are three, I feel like, are like intermediate roles that are kind of just entirely neglected. They pay very well, and you will most likely get hired if you know them well. Thank you, Justin.
Yay, thank you, Justin.
So he's back there right now. Thank you for counting. Did I miss anything positions-wise? I feel bad. No, don't take over. No. If you can take over once. I think I've covered every position, I think. Okay, it's up to you.
So true. Oh. What about the floor?
Yeah, okay, I'll get this out of the way. So this isn't going to be a permanent fixture. Okay, let me get back in position. This isn't going to be a permanent fixture. Obviously, we've had these for maybe a couple years now. They're just modular little tiles. We're actually planning on, as you see with the LED wall behind us, on putting a solid floor, an LED floor, and a stage around this, rounded off with this. So that's a whole project that the engineering practicum is working on. Christian, do you know when that's supposed to be done? Does that mean it's going to be done? You'll impress me if you get that. Okay, you know what? You get a non-existent raise if that's done within one day because we don't get paid. If you guys can knock it out in one day, that's awesome because then it would be ready for the shows. Oh, you guys did. Yeah, so this whole stage was reconfigured. I'm kind of neglecting the skill of our little engineering practicum guys. I apologize. I think that's it for me. Lane, you've got this.
Hey friends, how's it hanging? Everyone say hey Lane. Thank you. Okay. So I know he said a bunch of scary words, and if you're new to multicam, like I would be terrified too. But honestly, don't be, because I started out my first semester. I was a sophomore, and I was like, I'm gonna take multicam 1, and I joined BRTV, and it honestly teaches you so much, and it's just like it's practice to do multicam, but with like the stakes aren't that high because it's just students and it's your peers.
You don't have an executive producer just yelling at you because you didn't get the break. Or we're not going to scream at you. If you're doing it like 3 times in a row, there's a problem. And we'll probably go over this way in advance if there's a problem. We'll teach you. All these positions can be taught, but like don't feel. I made it way scarier than it seemed.
Yes, it's honestly it's very fun. It's such a fun organization to be part of, and I've been obsessed with this since I joined it. So I'm very excited that you guys are all here and that you guys are hopefully going to join these shows. I want to talk about these shows themselves because we haven't dived into that. Okay. All right, Stuart. So we have 3 shows this semester. We have Sports Ballin' on Monday nights. We have The Wave on Wednesdays. And then we have If You Know, You Know on Fridays. Sports Ballin' is a sports talk show. It's going to be, I don't know what time, like 8 maybe?
It's usually 8.
Around 8-ish on...
Again, we'll have the producers.
Yeah, we'll have the producers. I won't get too much into it. We'll have them come talk about it. But I'm just going to dabble, as Stuart said. So that's going to be a sports talk show, variety. Then we have The Wave, which is a music show. They have music news, and then we have a performance. That's 15 minutes, and yeah. Yes, I'm also the producer of it this semester. Everyone's so excited. Say yes. Okay. And then we have If You Know, You Know, which is a game show. I'll let Ava also talk about that, but I'm going to give you a sneak peek if you want to be a contestant. They're looking for some. And yeah, I'm trying to think of what else I was going to say, but then Stuart just kept on rambling, that guy. So okay. So last semester, we could not produce any polos. I know these sweet little polos. You guys are like, oh, where'd you get it from? Listen, the distributor ghosted us. So, well, yeah, Stuart. Well, okay, you're the executive producer, so you're supposed to reach out, Stuart. Anyways, he tried so hard to get these polos, but unfortunately, we have none. So we're reaching out to someone new. Yes, I want.
I'm making sure it's the same everything.
Yes, same everything. I also want to get a female cut, so I don't look like a box. And
that is a complaint I've gotten before.
Yes. And I also, if you guys are down, we're going to take a little poll for the Ava, get some t-shirts. You guys rock with some t-shirts, some sweatshirts? Not polos. Yeah. We're going to make BRTV casual. That's what we're going to do.
Still sell these.
Yes.
So with the shirts, we're going to keep the rate basically 1-to-1. So we're not trying to get a profit off of any of these shirts. The dues are the only thing we really get some excess money to buy new equipment. The shirts 1-to-1, whatever our supplier is selling them for, that's what we charge for them. So if the shirt was $25, you'd pay $25. There's no profit involved on the shirts. It's entirely just so you guys have some merch to represent the program.
True. I'm done. Thanks, Stu. I don't think that's true, but I'll trust it for now. The biggest thing also for the show is you just have to apply. There was a QR code. I'm sure, I don't know if Matthew told you this or if you saw from the emails that I sent to Brittany Stevenson that she forwarded to you guys. The biggest thing is that you got to make sure that you apply. I'm going to try to crew as soon as possible, so just make sure you get that done as soon as possible. If you have any questions or any concerns, feel free to talk to me or Stuart or any of the officers. Most of us are wearing this, except for Christian, but it's Stuart's fault. It's Stuart's fault, so just don't worry. And yeah, I think we should have the producers come up now. Okay, I'm gonna start.
You intro it. You got this.
Okay. I feel like we should go in order of the weeks. So, first off, we're gonna have our the producer for Sports Ballin', Evan Snyder. Yes. Here you go, King.
Get off the stage. All right. Hello, everybody. My name's Evan Snyder. I'm the executive producer for Sports Ballin'. Going on, was it season 5? It is season 5. It is. Christian kind of helped me back. Sports Ball, no. It is just a 30-minute talk show about sports, about mainly Tennessee professional sports. So last semester we talked about the Titans, we talked about the Preds, Nashville SC, the Sounds a little bit, but no one cares about AAA baseball. So all that. This semester we'll talk about the Sounds, Preds. If there's any big breaking news in sports, we'll talk about that. No. Sorry, Lane has been pestering me for the past 3 semesters for a Houston Roughnecks segment, and she's never getting it. No. There's always next season. Maybe when John takes over the show, when I graduate next fall. But anyway, we'll talk about March Madness. We have a whole segment dedicated to March Madness when that rolls around for college basketball, a bunch of other stuff. Even if you don't know anything about sports, would love to have you. We've had plenty of people in the past who know nothing about sports, really have no interest in it. It is a great place to learn about it because all the guys, too, that have been on the show, I was a talent at one point. We just love talking about sports. We'll talk your ear off about sports, basically, any chance we get. So even if you don't know about sports, no interest, come on to the show. Have a great time. Everybody's friendly for the most part, except Stuart sometimes. But, yeah. All right, you know what? But crew-wise, I need talent. I need 2 co-hosts / analysts. So if anybody's interested in that, want to be on camera, feel free to apply for it. I need cameras. I know you were talking about that earlier. The only one I don't need is a jib. Every other camera, though, is open. I don't need a director or TD or anything like that. That's all pretty solid and in place. Shout out Christian in the back. But any of that, I'm pretty much think almost every other position is open except maybe like tape, lighting, a couple of those positions. But yeah, some very niche positions. But like Stuart was saying, some of those very niche positions are really cool to do. So yeah, exactly. You done? But yeah, come out, be on Sports Ball, and if you know anything about sports, we'd love to have you. We film Mondays. We'll probably do around call time 8 o'clock. Start filming by like 8:39. We typically run late. We try to get you out as quickly as possible, but as long as tape hits record on the Key Pro like they're supposed to, we'll be solid. But that's happened a couple times. Anyway, thank you. I hope that I see some of y'all Monday whenever we start filming shows. Back over to Lane.
Okay, guys, are you so excited? Troy, hit that thing. Okay, the wave. Aren't you guys so excited? It is. Oh, what's going on? What's going on back there? It's okay. Take your time. All right. Anyways, I'll keep talking. So I'm the producer for The Wave this semester. I have 2 associate producers. They're scaring me. I don't know what they're up to. But basically, it is a as I talked about earlier, it's a music talk show. We got music news. We got a performance. Hey, and if you're an artist, if you're in a band, or if you have a friend who's in a band, please apply. I would love for you to perform for us. And this semester, I think we need some camera ops. We need a teleprompter. I would love an army of A2s if you're interested in doing audio at all, any mixing, or not mixing, but like out there running and doing the hard work, but you guys are the most fun. And what else do we need? I can't think right now. Graphics, maybe? No. I don't remember, but graphics. So if you're interested, please apply or talk to me after this whole thing wraps up. I would love to meet you. Trying to think anything else that I need to say. Troy, did I need to say anything else? Okay, Troy's my director, by the way, guys. Shout out to Troy. I wouldn't say, shout out Troy, yes! Sorry, I love crowd work. And yeah, I think that's it for The Wave. Am I missing anything? Anyone want to say anything? I got a host back here. Anything, Danny? Oh yes, season 8, baby. Okay. And yeah, I think that's it. Sorry guys. Okay, Ava, let's go, Ava. Woo! Yes.
All right, hey y'all, my name's Ava Pardue. I am the new producer of If You Know, You Know. I've directed it for the past 2 seasons, so I've been with it the whole time that it's been part of the BRTV. But it's a game show, and you're going to compete against 2 sets of best friends to see if they know each other better than the other. We'd really love it if you could come out and be contestants on the show, even if you're not interested in participating in the production of it, or we really need a host. So if you're bubbly in front of people, good in front of people, can kill dead air whenever other people start getting awkward, that would be really helpful. We've had to chase contestants down in the rain before trying to get contestants, so there's also going to be a form posted online where you can go fill it out and let us know when you'll be available to do a show. But that's pretty much it. Positions? 1 to 2 camera people. Not sure if it's 1 or 2, but we'll see how people show up. Need graphics. If you're good at graphics, please come. We have very animated graphics, like when you roll it on, it'll do a whole like zzzz and make a light sound. It's really cool.
You're keeping score, you're toggling everything. Most technical graphics package we have.
Yeah. We could probably also use somebody that would want to be a writer for questions, because we have to have questions every time. And sometimes if we go and start filming and we get halfway through and there's a mistake, we'll go back and try to fix it. Backup questions are needed, so that would be cool to have. I don't think there's anybody else that we need, because director's filled, TD's filled. Maybe some shading. If you're really good at shadings, we have a lot of vibrant colors. We do a lot of fun stuff around holidays. Like last semester we did Halloween. I was dressed up as a cow, of course. And then my TD, he was dressed up as Garfield. You may have seen that picture on the If You Know You Know Instagram. But we'll do fun stuff like that. If we get the opportunity, we'll do a Valentine's Day special the week before Valentine's Day, so it'll air then. But that's it. Come take it.
You go. So I don't think I have anything else other than the due, like I said before, $15. If you apply and you get filled in a position, we're not just gonna take $15 for you and say, hey, you're not coming back. That would just be mean. But if you do get crewed on a show, it's $15. We usually give it like 3 or 4 weeks is kind of like that red zone where it's like, hey, if you can kind of get away with it, but we kind of need you to pay it. So we'll give you a little bit of time on that. If you are interested, please use the QR code, go to the email, use all of those outlets to try and sign in and get one of these applications filled out. I think I'm done. Oh, never mind.
I know you guys missed me. Okay, thank you. As the production manager, I'll be crewing you on the show. And I will also be sending you the weekly emails, as he mentioned before. If you are ever unavailable for a shoot date, please let your producer know and me know, so I can try to get someone to replace you for that specific day that you can't be there. What?
Evan's raising his hand. Just come up if you got something.
Yeah, go ahead and speak your mind, King. Oh, that was it. I just want to say I love you all. And that Evan's here too. So.
Last thing, I don't know if I mentioned or not, I would also like another producer. So if y'all want to do producing at all, let me know. That's it. Okay.
Oh my gosh. You guys.
Another important position that we're going to have is A1. I'm not good at audio. I'm scared of audio. But if you're really good at audio, please come help me.
Does your A1 do the sound effects, or is that A2?
That's A2.
Got you. Never mind.
So you just got to be able to
I can't sell it.
get the live mics out here and make them actually work, and the IFB.
And you're mixing.
Yep.
I think that might be it. So only thing I have left is our rules. We have a constitution. We're probably going to be sending that out within the first few weeks, just so you guys can double check everything. So make sure, like, if we have some sort of problem, we go by the book. We go by our constitution. If you have a problem with another student, or if we have a problem with somebody, we kind of use that as a point of reference to make sure if we can do something about it. always look back to that if you have any problems. You can contact us if you have a problem with a crew member, anything that's going on. Feel free to reach out to us. Do not hesitate. We're here for you guys. And that's it. I got nothing else. If you guys want to stay and just talk, ask us about positions and equipment, let us know. I'm going to be here. Feel free. Feel free to ask anyone with a blue polo or Christian, because he doesn't have one yet. I know. Thanks so much, everybody.